Hold on, I'm trying to go live on YouTube, but it's not showing. There we go. Okay, let me see if I can see the comments. Private chat. Let me see okay, look at the comments. So I'm live on YouTube. 3 weeks. It took Les Brown, aka Lee Brown, 3 weeks to get that executive director rank and the home-based business partnership with me. Kendra from Michigan says, congratulations. That is to be congratulated. I am so proud of him. I had someone to tell me once in my business that let me make sure I'm not blurry on YouTube. Hi, hello, Miss Foster. Arnie Foster, hello. Am I blurry on YouTube? I'm trying to look at my other camera angle for my phone. Hello. But I had someone to tell me when they joined with me in the business, in the home-based business, that, well, okay, good, I'm clear. That they wanted me to be more responsive to them because they would be making me money, and I don't think they understand. Yes, you get upfront money when someone's partnership with you in the business, but you are making money for yourself, right? You are making money for yourself. And yeah, he's got a lot of love in our private Facebook group. I shared it on my page. And on top of that, you get those tax breaks and tax benefits. So good afternoon. So if you all can join me, I'm the queen of credit on YouTube as well. If you can join me, hello, Brandon, on YouTube, do that, click over and join me on YouTube real quick because I'm going to attempt to share my screen. Wow, I just got a message that YouTube's crashed, so I hope everything is all good. I'm gonna attempt to share my screen on some things on YouTube. So if you can join me on YouTube, do that as well. Let me get my screen up. If you can't, just stay on the platform that you're on. You won't be able to see what I'm talking about, but you definitely will be able to hear. Periscope, swipe right, share that this video with your followers so I can build up my Periscope. Keep sending those hearts, that digital love. And I haven't been live in a while because honestly, I've been so busy. I've been so busy. And so I'm just glad to have some time today to go live, right? So let me attempt to share the screen on YouTube. See if I'm getting, okay, I think I'm getting a little better technological wise. Let me switch over. Going over to YouTube. Okay, on your mobile phone. I can't see how. Maybe it's just this phone that's telling me YouTube crash. Because I can't see if my screen is sharing the way I want to. Hello, Antonio, another person that's joining in, that joined in the home-based business as well. Antonio also hit financial director as well. Antonio, how long did it take you to hit financial director? I have Les Brown on YouTube. I need you all to share that link. Okay, everything is right. I mean, hit the thumbs up on YouTube. I don't have you all hitting the thumbs up, so YouTube loves that algorithm. And let me put my AirPods in. And so support the channel, right? Hit the thumbs up. It's only 7 at this time. Okay, they said they can see. So now I can see. I just switched over to another laptop that I have here. And so everything is good. I don't think looks a little blurry on my laptop, but it doesn't. It's not looking like it's a lot blurry. So the first announcement I want to make, if you are on the YouTube channel, you can see I have, when I upload the video, you will see the link in this. I just received the email today from Navy Federal that is Military Appreciation Month. So I want you all to know that. Okay, Antonio said he joined the 15th of last month, right? And he's already hit financial director. So I'm telling you, a lot of great things going on for the people that's partnership in the home-based business. They are making more money, right? From offering financial and credit services to other people, other clients. They are getting more money if they have a paycheck from their W-4, because now they have 475 tax deductions versus an employee just have 8. So they're getting more money out of their paycheck, right? Reducing that 6.2% of taxes taken out of the paycheck, right? And you also have inflation that's on average about 2.5%. So when you add that up, that's almost 9% of your money and your paycheck that's going out to inflation. Inflation is the prices of goods and services increases, right? Increases. What causes inflation? Simply put, inflation begins and it starts. Hello, everyone coming in, Louisiana, hello. Inflation begins when things like stimulus checks are distributed out to the economy. When more people have more dollars, right, then the dollar loses its purchasing power, right? It loses the purchasing power because more people have more money to buy more products. And when more money is available in the economy and it loses the amount, then that causes prices to increase, because now the manufacturers have to have more workers, they have to produce more products, right? So anytime the economy is stimulated, it causes even income tax returns or whatever the situation may be. When more people in the economy has more money, it causes more of the products to be wanted or desired, right? Which causes more productions, which causes a price increase. So now you have about 9% of your paycheck going in taxes and going towards inflation. This is how this home-based business help you keep more of your hard-earned money to fight inflation and taxes, right? And to keep more of the money you make. So you got to keep your money, right? You got to keep more of the money you make. You have to make more money, right? And you have to grow your money. Nikita says she just joined Navy Federal. Congratulations on my YouTube channel. Nikita, have you received any of the credit cards or perks that you get? Because usually people that join Navy Federal, they do so because, you know, they give such great credit cards. Any credit union does. And I'm also going to share with you all another person that you should be tuned into as I move my laptop over, that you should be tuned and tapped into on Facebook. So you need to stay on this video all the way to the end. So I won't be looking to my right. Another person you need to be tuned into on Facebook that's going to give you even more credit unions that you need to be a part of. I always educate you all that credit unions are not banks. They don't operate on the same rules, regulation, and guidelines. They have members, and they are very, very recession ready tools that you need, right? Or recession ready. They lend more, I just make it short. They lend more during recessions than banks. So you definitely need a good credit union in your corner. So now you have Navy Fed. They're offering Military Appreciation Month. You can refer an active duty service member, veteran, DOD civilian, DOD contractor, or their dependents, right? Or their dependents for a new federal membership during this appreciation month. The offer is only valid May 1st and June 1st. So if you fit under that category, I have that link for to refer a member. You can use my referral code, right? Has to be done by a referral code. I have it in my YouTube video. So when this upload, you'll see it in the YouTube video. And that's May 1st through June 1st. So just know with Navy Federal as well, they really do cut off their guidelines. You have to act when they have those guidelines to act, because one thing about Navy Fed that I was slow on reacting on is when they had 0% balance transfer and it ended in March. And so I called like April 1st and I wanted to take advantage of that 0% balance transfer for 12 months. And they told me it's already ended. So they are going to cut off when they say they're going to cut off. So you can get that link in my YouTube video. All right. Nikita says she hasn't received any credit cards or lines of credit yet. She's taking advantage of the Roth IRA. Wow, Nikita, thanks for that great information on YouTube. They are matching 3%. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Good stuff. Elaine Davenport, hello, Queen. Elaine here from Southfield, sending digital love. Thank you so much. I joined Navy Federal 2 weeks ago. You're pretty happy. All right, and hello, lover from New Jersey in the house. Love that YouTube name, lover. So congratulations, everyone. You need that in your pocket for where we are entering in, right? And let me say this real quick before I read another comment or maybe get on topic or off topic. Who you connect with right now, who you allow to be your mentor, who you allow to listen to take action or not take action on is very vital at this time, right? In the Bible, there was a lame man, and the lame man was at the pool of Bethesda. I think I said that right. I don't know. Bethesda. And so there were seasons when angels would come and trouble the waters for healing, right? And as God passed by, he told him, he said, well, every time that I try to get in the pool, no one will help me. They would beat me in the pool, right? And you would think that he was by pool side or near the water, not pool, but near the water, long enough that by year, day by day, he could have inched closer and closer, and just stayed at the rim of the waters to get in whenever the angels came and the healing season began. But I'm saying this to say this because I always revert to the Bible. It's the number one, in my opinion, best-selling book on money management, wealth, and prosperity. That you have to take action in seasons, right? And you need a financial mentor going into this season. I don't think you understand that during the Great Depression, we are already at an all-time high of unemployment than the Great Depression. The Great Depression lasted for 25 years, from 1929 to 1954. We are already at an all-time higher unemployment rate than the times of the Great Depression, with 30 million Americans filing for unemployment. This is not a open states, back to normal type things, right? People are going to be very cautious of eating in open restaurants and places, very cautious of going into big crowds, right? If the big casinos in Las Vegas and sporting events, NBA, Disney, all of these shut down for this, then those big businesses shut down and lost money and profit, then we are not going to recover as soon as some people might think in their mind that we are, right? So if you study the Great Depression, we have already broken trends of what happened during that detrimental time. So if it took 25 years for the Great Depression, if it takes 3 years for this global, right, depression, then that'll be a blessing, right? That'll be short time. So YouTube, I still need you all to hit those thumbs up if you haven't, if you're just not coming in. So let's look at this article, CBS News. If you are not following me on YouTube, you probably can't see, you won't be able to see it, but I will read it to you. So let me press play.
Please.
So as this pandemic worsens, millions and millions of Americans are skipping their credit card payments, and that's actually forcing many banks and lenders to, prepare for perhaps worse economic fallout. So to talk more about this and more about what you can do is Jill Schlesinger. She is our CBS News business analyst. Thank you so much for joining us, Jill. It took like a really quick Google for me to find a ton of stories of people who are trying to figure out ways, not to pay their monthly payment on their credit cards because they had, people had problems with credit cards before. They were struggling under the weight of their credit card debt before. I can only imagine that this pandemic has made it worse.
Yeah, it's really crazy actually, because the credit card bills that were accumulating started to pile up. And before the pandemic, we were actually at a 7-year high of credit card delinquencies. So obviously, with 26 million Americans claiming for new unemployment benefits, we know that this is going to be even worse when the next round of data start to pour in. Now, here's the issue. The credit card companies have been instructed by the government to give what's called forbearance, which means breathing room, no fees and penalties, give some people a little bit of leeway in paying the things off, certainly no extra stuff piled on. And that is actually causing some problems for the credit card companies themselves. Not that anyone really feels bad for them, but listen, they employ a lot of people also. Stock prices of some of the big issuers are taking a much bigger hit than other financial service firms because they know that many of these credit card accounts will not be able to get paid in full for a very long time.
So I guess, Jill, how are the banks and lenders being affected sort of long term?
Well, I think that if you are a big bank and your main business is credit card, then you're going to take a hit. When you look at a big banking center like a JP Morgan Chase, they're not just issuing credit cards. They're doing a lot.
Okay, so I'm going to pause it here. The points that they're showing on the in the backdrop, for you all that can't see the backdrop as I'm showing this, YouTube should be able to see it, but it states missed credit card payments, usually unsecured, so lenders have little recourse if a borrower stops borrowing, right? Lenders have little recourse if a borrower stops paying, not borrowing, if the borrower stops paying. So that's why I'm very cautious when I see some other live streams and they are really pushing for people to pay off your credit card debt. That's not the advice that I'm giving, simply because there is little recourse if the consumer stops paying. You do get a negative charge off on your checking account. Now you have American Express, Bank of America, and Capital One at times that will take you to court for high unpaid credit card limits. But in these situations where 30 million people are filing for unemployment, courts are not even having court dates at that time. So that's why my advice to my followers and people that follow me was to pay your essential bills and make your minimum payment on your credit cards. Now is not the time, unless you just have enough money stacked away to get your credit card debts down to under 30% balance of the credit limit. Unless you want to use your credit, you want to leverage your credit to make an investment that will give you more money in return. So let me break that down and make it more simple. Let's say you're trying to increase your credit score and you carry high balances on your credit cards and you want to pay those credit cards down to increase your credit score because you may want to use your credit to maybe purchase an investment home, right? Then those are scenarios. Everyone's situation is different when it makes sense to use that money to pay down your credit card debt in order to increase your credit score so you can use your credit to invest, right? That's when it makes sense. But right now, you want to use your credit cards for emergencies, for day-to-day living. A lot of people that's filed for unemployment are still waiting to receive that unemployment. We know stimulus checks were low. And so people are using credit cards for essentials. You do not want to default on credit cards, however, at this time, because you need them open and available. Even if you have dormant credit cards that you have not used, I would recommend that you use it maybe to purchase some gas, something on those terms with, right? So that those accounts will not close. Okay, someone on Periscope said that's what they're doing because told them to increase their credit score. So yes, everybody's strategy and situation is different, right? So just want you to know if hello Dallas checking in, that if you are using credit cards for your living expenses and things of that nature, then or you want to get your credit score higher before FICO 10 hits because you want to use your credit to get more cash flow, then that would be a great strategy for you, right? But it's really little repercussions or recourse if people default on credit cards. Because even if you receive a 1099-C in the mail, meaning that the credit card, the bank have written off the debt of the credit card, if you have a great tax professional, because what a 1099-C is supposed to do is that money that they've written off because you didn't pay their taxes, so they saved in taxes and they wrote it off in a debt, then you want to make sure that you have a great tax professional, because that money is supposed to be taxed to you now and you're supposed to report it as income. But if you have a great tax professional, they can help you from having that unpaid balance as reporting as taxable income. Thank you so much, Periscope, for the hearts and the digital love. Now, Periscope, I saw the question someone asked, would it be wise to close credit cards if you are paying an annual fee? Honestly, I think so. There are so many credit cards right now that offer so many great rewards. YouTube, I need more thumbs up, or I can just stay live on Facebook and Periscope if I don't want to get a thumbs up. H Cruising, thank you for that compliment, I guess. Especially if you're a man. If you're a woman, that's a little scary. But I would, because there are credit cards right now that will give you rewards, cashback rewards, and often those annual credit cards do not give you those offers, right? And you can apply that money you're using to pay that credit card to getting your credit improved, or you can go, and this is also in my YouTube video link description, you can go there and you will see a link to join my Jewelers Club. I think that's a much better investment because it's a $5,000 credit limit line. You do have to make a small purchase for their cosmetic jewelry. But it's a $5,000 credit limit. It reports to all 3 credit agencies. So I would get my Jewelers Club account, let it remain on my credit report for up to 6 months, 3 to 6 months at least. And it reports to all 3 credit agencies, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. And now when you apply for a major credit card, they will look at that credit card to base what your credit limit will be. And oftentimes they will set it at your highest credit limit card that you have reporting on your credit report. Yes, Periscope said they love YouTube. I mean, they love my Jewelers Club. And so with that card reporting, that merchant card reporting, now you can make the next chess move and you can apply for Visa, Discover, Amex, or MasterCard if you don't have more than 5 inquiries, right, on your credit report. Exactly, Periscope. They say it's a credit buffer to help with credit utilization as well, right? And even if you have other cards and accounts with high debt, adding new credit limits like that won't count as a hard pull on your credit report is a great move, because it will also lower your debt to balance ratio that's reported on your credit report as well. A lot of things people don't know. And so with my jewelers, you won't get denied, and it won't be just a hard pull on your credit report. So you make that chess move first, and then you go, depending on your credit status, and apply for a major credit card. But make sure you do not have more than 5 inquiries on your credit report at that time. You want 5 or less inquiries, right? Anika B said, I recently joined Navy Federal and was approved for a card. Congratulations. Congratulations on my YouTube. Is the Jewelers Club account a trade line? It is a trade line. It's a merchant trade line. A store credit card merchant trade line, that when you're trying to get major credit cards, if you don't have a major credit card, or you have a credit card that you're paying annual fees for, and you want to apply for the better credit cards, then add the Navy Federal and then apply for a major credit card, right? Amex gave me the highest limits. Lamar, okay. If you all don't mind, share your limits on there. YouTube says with the 1099-C form, your liabilities on paper need to exceed your assets. Exactly. This calculation is made at the time you receive the paperwork, not at a set time at the end of year. It is a way of showing insolvency, meaning you do not profit from the forgiven debt, as you are indebted even after the write-off. Balboa, I hope I pronounced that. You are absolutely correct. I have a very intellectual crowd that follows me on my platforms, my social media platforms, and I'm so happy and excited about that. So let's continue to go over this article with CBS News.
And when you think about it, the firms that are out there, and they've benefited for essentially 11 years of an economic recovery. So this is part of their game plan, that they know they've got to plan to write off loans when the economy turns. The question really is how long this lasts, and that we don't know yet, because the sooner that more of these people get off these unemployment benefits, get back to work, the better they'll be, but not as quickly as many others do.
But it seems like some of the lenders and some of the banks that run these credit cards are giving people a bit of a break here and there.
Right. I mean, forbearance is wonderful, right? You say, okay, don't pay this bill for 3 months, right? You maybe say a 90-day reprieve. But there are also reports that many of these companies are being quite squirrely when consumers actually call them up or get in touch with them. They say, okay, they're waiving their late fees, they're waiving their interest charges, but then they are creating a balloon payment that's due at the other end of this.
Okay, so let's pause right there. And I'm going to ask, hello, Mr. Mentor. Thanks for tuning in. Happy 71052 say, I think my question may have been missed. Just wondering, how are they able to decrease your credit limits legally on good accounts and no consideration to the negative impact on your credit score? They can do that. That's the power of credit cards. PenFed, I had a $25,000 credit limit. And PenFed just lowered it to 15, right? And so that's why I often tell people, yes, you want to keep your balances at 30% or lower, but I like to do 10% or lower, right, of the balance. So that didn't affect me. So that means my PenFed, the $25,000 credit limit, I kept the balance at $2,500 or less. That's the 10% threshold. So even when they lowered my credit limit by $10,000, even though the queen of credit did not like that, I had no control over that. My balance was already at the 10% threshold, so it didn't really negatively affect my debt ratio. So when they did that, I just paid off my balance in full anyway, because what I always do is I never try to carry high balances on credit cards unless I have the cash in hand, on hand, to pay it off in full. Thanks, Periscope, for those hearts and digital love. That's always my rule of thumb. Now, sometimes I have high credit card balance transfer offers, and I take advantage of them. Like my Citi card just had $11,000 0% balance transfer offer, and I definitely took advantage of that for up to 2021, because I know that when FICO 10 comes in July, thank you for those hearts, thank you for the digital love, that these offers, I talked about seasons, right? The pool of Bethesda. I talked about you have to know what seasons to take action in. So I immediately took actions of that 0% balance transfer, because I know that within the next upcoming months, when FICO 10 affects 40 million Americans' credit score and drop their credit scores, right, that these offers won't be around. So they said, read the fine print. Hello, Amy. Hello, everyone checking in. Hit the thumbs up for me on YouTube. Happy says, I have been very responsible, but low spend and my credit dropped 20 points. Seems unfair. It's going to be unfair in July too, Happy, when 40 million Americans' credit score gets dropped, because simply they're changing the algorithm of looking at your credit report from a screenshot of 30 to 60 days to now looking at your credit report for 2 years, right? A snapshot of your 2-year history. Periscope Angel said that closes the Citi card account, right? No, it didn't close my Citi card account. I just maxed out the amount of money I can get off of it. So more than likely, they will not close it. Now, it probably lowered my credit score because I maxed it out from the credit limit to the ratio. But in this case, I don't care about my credit score lowering a couple of points when I can get $11,000 cash to invest at 0% for up to a year until 2021. Right. And if you think it's unfair now, think how unfair it's going to be when the FICO 10 comes into play and 40 million Americans' credit scores are dropping, right? Just because they're changing the way the credit system is working. Now, back to the video that I was sharing. What are some lenders doing to limit their customer debt? Notice that they said they are offering a forbearance period, meaning they're pausing your credit card payments for a month or longer, but then the balloon payment comes up. That means it's going to be time to pay the piper, all of it. So that's why I highly suggest, if you can pay your minimum due, pay your minimum due. Lamar, how much I charge for a consulting? Go to my website, www.fixmycreditandcash.com. It's a $75 small investment fee for my consultant service and credit analysis. So let me put this website in there. All right, so let's go back.
And you know what they're also doing is, and I think that wisely, of course, if you're running a bit.
Another point I want to make this video is sharing that they are shutting down credit cards that have not been used in a while. That's why I'm telling you all, if you haven't used them in a while, right, you want to put gas or groceries, not by Jordan, something foolish, but gas or groceries on those cards as well. All right, 5G. How will credit be used when digital currency come into play? That's a great question. It's still going to be used because credit, even though it's private owned companies and business, it's still big business in America. So even with cryptocurrency, just like with cryptocurrency, you're still going to be taxed on it, you know. And so for people that are using crypto, like Bitcoin, just increase their transactional fees to use Bitcoin. And I think it's up to $2 and something cents, but that's still more than what it was in the past. So cryptocurrency, more people will, trying to see why my video is still looking blurry. Happy, thank you so much for that $2 super chat. You all, let me know if the video is blurry on you all. On YouTube, because it's looking blurry now. It'll go in and go out. So not all people can afford to play the cryptocurrency game, unfortunately, because Bitcoin is the leading cryptocurrency. And on cryptocurrency, yeah, I see it's blurry. I'm afraid to try to adjust it or touch it because it might get worse, but let me try. Let's see if that helps. All right. All right. But with cryptocurrency, you definitely, I think the Bitcoin halving is scheduled to take place. And okay, the Bitcoin halving is scheduled to take place in 7 days. It's still looking a little blurry. Come on, camera, make the adjustment. This webcam is just, I'm gonna have to invest in another one. It's just getting highly disappointing to me. But I may just log off you all and come back on later tonight. How's that? Because I don't like making videos when it's blurry like this. But I'm just gonna talk for a couple of minutes, then I log off. The thing, yeah, it's bothering me. I'm a little OCD as well. With this is cryptocurrency, the halving, Bitcoin halving is approaching in, I think, 7 days. So you definitely, if you can't get but one share of Bitcoin, if it's just 0.1 share, that's a great investment because that's going to explode Bitcoin, right? That's going to skyrocket that price. And so it's a great investment and it's great insurance as well for you to have that in your portfolio. Some type. It's 2 platforms that I recommend. Both of them will be in my YouTube link description. This blurry is bothering me. Let me stop sharing the screen and see would that help. Both are in my YouTube link description. And it's Coinbase because you can get rewards from that, from Coinbase. And also Crypto.com, right? Both of those links are in my description. Crypto.com, what I am going to do is I'm going to produce a Queen of Coins credit report. Queen of Coins report. I already have the Queen of Stacking Silver report. And I'm going to put in that report all the stable coins, all the altcoins that's going to be big for you to invest in as well. and not just Bitcoin. So I'm going to start working on that. What's today? Tuesday, maybe Thursday. And I'm going to make that available on my website. It's going to be the Queen of Crypto report. Bitcoin is known. Okay, it's getting better. Thank God. It's just bothering me on YouTube. You have the Queen of Silver stacking report. You all just know silver and gold is going to explode as well. Physical silver and gold. And silver and gold is God's money, right? It's value. Currency is just printed paper. I think that's why some people are buying so much toilet tissue. The dollar is losing its purchasing power. So you need to have these things. I always recommend silver. Silver will give you a higher rate of return, physical silver, than gold. And it is least, it's like under $25. But everything moving forward is about supply and demand, right? It's about right now supply and demand. And I'm scared to show my screen, but I'm gonna be brave anyway. I'm going to share my screen one more time on YouTube. And I'm going to show you all the U.S. debt clock. So I've told you all that they're tightening on credit cards. They're shutting down credit cards that have not been used in a while. So if you have one, then definitely use it for an essential purchase. Groceries, gas, etc., so they won't close that down. And then I'm going to share with you all someone you should be following on YouTube that's going to let you know. So stay all the way to the end about a better credit union than Navy Fed, right? So if you're watching me on Facebook or Periscope, you definitely want to go to my YouTube channel and watch this video there as well. So here, just last month, the dollar to silver ratio, I'm on the usdebtclock.org for those who can't see it on Facebook and Periscope. It's at $2,546 per ounce. So that's the amount of dollars printed to the per ounce of silver ratio right now. This was just 1900 last month, people. I'm just telling you, whenever more money is printed into circulation, the higher physical silver and value will be, right? Once you buy it low and resell it back to a metal dealer at a higher price. Your dollar to gold ratio is at $21,105 per ounce. Just last month, I think this was at was it at 18,000, if I can remember correctly? Also, if you all did not know, your dollar to crypto ratio now, it's at 66.86 to 1. Last month, this was at 88 to 1. All of this represents supply and demand. What do I mean by that? The less supply of availability, the higher value of a rate of return it will bring you, right? Crypto supply and demand, the Bitcoin halving, what happens with that is less Bitcoins will be available, right? Less Bitcoin will be available. Gold and silver were hard to come about. They've stopped selling it on SDBullion.com, AmpEx. It was hard. Anything that's going to cut in supply, you should be investing in to grow your money. And you also need a home-based business. All right, let me read these comments completely clear. Thank you. Learn Velocity. Yes, Jesus. Infinite banking. Become your own bank, and you'll never have to worry about that. Going to have to research that. I have no knowledge about those entities. Munchkin asked for 2.9 trillion more. Go ahead. Long as Munchkin asked for that, That's great because that's only going to increase the value of gold, silver, and Bitcoin. I also know on my silver stacking report you can get on my website, www.fixmycreditandcash.com. I also have stocks. If you can't find the physical silver that you can invest in, that right now their dividends are paying out 16% dividends. 16% dividends. So, I mean, you definitely want to invest in that silver stacking report. That's only $35. And Pfizer, you need to look at that. They are making a new vaccine. You need to look at that stock. What other stock? Oh, Gilead, I think it's still doing well. And the biochemical stocks. Corona beer sales increased. Corona beers sales increased. Their stocks was a little too high for what I wanted. Per share. And so those are just some stocks right off the top of my head. But those silver mining, any silver gold mining stock is good. Where can I get my wrench? I don't know what you mean by that 5G. What wrench are you talking about? But Munchkin asked for in like 2.9 trillion more. Let's get it. And for Zeus, it was, yes, that's it. Yes, I think the ticker symbol, I forgot the ticker symbol on it. I think it's something. Moderator. How much is one share, Queen? I'm on my main phone that has my Robinhood account in there. Let me try to look it up. I guess Jesus and 5G got some type of inside joke going on. I don't know. Let me try to look. I think it's like $36 a share. Let me look it up. It's $38.65 a share. So I put that the stock ticker symbol is PFE. They are creating a vaccine. You definitely want to watch that. That stock. And I also have that Robinhood link if you want to purchase through Robinhood. Oh, okay. 5G, I'll add you. No problem. You guys are something else. Add moderator. There you go. There you go. See? Ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. These guys on YouTube. Well, y'all. All right. So yes, that's a good one. Also, the silver stocks and moderators are Gilead. Let's see. Gilead. Let's see where's that at today. I have some. I just can't pull it up. Gilead stock price today is $79. It's taking a little dip. They are also creating a pharmaceutical company that's connected to this pandemic, right? So you need to know what stocks, are all connected. And that's it as for, no, it's not. No, it's not. I told you all that I was going to share with you all someone you need to be tapped in on YouTube. And also, let me tell you this as well. This person only have 2,000 subscribers. I don't know why. And this video that he did only have 2,000 views. But it's let me share my screen with you all. You definitely need to subscribe to him and follow him. So if again, watch this video on YouTube as well. Yeah, 5G. That's what's up. So let me see if it's going to share this screen. All right, there he is. Credit Plug. I know he's big on Instagram as well. He made this video April 29th. First Tech FCU. Is it better than Navy Federal? I am going to become a member there and apply. I will let you all know if I got the credit limits. But I'm going to play some of this for my people that's on Facebook and Periscope that can't see the screen.
Welcome to the Credit Plug channel, where we talk about how to build credit, how to establish relationships with banks and financial institutions, and most importantly, how to get you access to high limit credit funding. If that's something you like to listen to, then we definitely welcome you to subscribe. If not, you always like, share, or just comment right down below. So for the past couple of days and weeks, I've been covering a lot of credit unions, and I've been meaning to make this video because honestly, I think this credit union that I'm about to review is probably better than all the previous credit unions that I've been covering for the past couple of weeks. So this particular credit union is First Tech Federal Credit Union. So First Tech is based on the West Coast, particularly like in the Portland, Oregon area, or mainly throughout Oregon and like the upper northwest of the United States. So this particular credit union is, however, open to any individual, regardless of what state you're located in. So some of the qualifications, they do have a list of qualified employer groups, or if you live in Oregon, you automatically qualify. But there are two ways for you to become a member if you don't qualify by the employer group or if you don't live within.
Okay, so he's going to tell you two ways to qualify if you do not live in Oregon, right?
State. And so the two organizations are the Computer History Museum Association and the Financial Fitness Association. So either of those two groups you can join during your membership application, and you automatically qualify. So that's one of the great benefits with First Tech Federal Credit Union. And so they do a couple things about the application process. They do pull, your check system. So, if that's an issue, joining First Tech, will be an issue because they do run your check systems report. And then they pull your Experian credit report, and they use the FICO 2 from the data points that I've gathered. They're pulling that FICO 2, which is a pretty dated credit scoring model, but that's just what they use. And the credit pulls are actually good for 30 days. Now, this is a benefit that I've been talking about a lot in terms of utilizing institutions that allow you to apply for multiple credit products using that same hard pull. So, if you get approved today for a credit card, maybe like 3 or 4 days later, you could apply for a line of credit, something like that.
All right, so let me pause because he's dropping a lot of jewels. You can go back and watch this at your leisure. I will join the fitness club because I believe in fitness anyway. So that'll be great for me to become a member. He also said they use FICO 2, right? They use the FICO 2. So you have to understand that use your true FICO. Your true credit score is FICO, right? So FICO 2, the mortgage companies use 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm going to take this share off because it looks like it's getting blurry again. FICO 2. And a great thing that he brought out in this video is that they pull your credit pool is good for 30 days. So if you apply for a credit card, then or something that's without in that 30-day window, and they will not go back or do an additional pull on your credit report. So that's definitely worth investing into. I think I'm getting blurry again on YouTube. So I'm just going to log off right now because I don't like that blurry screen. I don't have much control of it. But any questions real quick before I log off? Also, I want to let you all, you need to tune in right now. He's live as I log off to partnership with me. This is
right. So inbox.
This is my mentor that you will listen to concerning the home-based business. Mr. Brian Bean, you partnership with me. You have direct access and contact with him as well. Concerning the home-based business, I'm going to put his channel in my link description. After you all watch this, then you definitely want to, this website for the home-based business. Go to my website. I put it in already, www.fixmycreditandcash.com. The last tab on there says home-based business, and you can just watch that. All right, so you all listen to Brian for 2 or 3 minutes and we'll close because you need a home-based business in this recession as well. It's just like physical silver and gold and Bitcoin. You need to add a home-based business in this equation too.
Who's watching, who's having this watch party, inbox them right now, or call them right now if you know them, or text them right now and let them know what number you are, because that dictates the game plan that we give you. And we'll see all of our number ones back here with the first female $1 million ring earner, Ms. Kristen Howard, and Kiera Spates from Steve Harvey Morning Show. I'll be packing my guests. I don't know about you guys, but I'll be right back.
All right, let me share another one because I think he's about to end his live stream. I guess I'm making up because I haven't been live in a while. If I can find it, I know I watched it. It's okay. Why you need a home-based business right now?
But let's just play with people for a minute. If you had an enrolled agent, a staff of IRS enrolled agents that are certified, helping you get your taxes down, and you were saving $500 per month, would it be worth $500 one time?
Absolutely.
If we had a staff of experts that were helping you get your credit cleaned up and saving you $500 in interest per month, would it be worth $500 one time?
Absolutely.
If Keisha, your debt elimination plan was from your creditors, 2,103. That's the year 2103. But then these experts said, "No, Keisha, you'll be okay by 2027." Would it be worth $500 one time?
All day.
Well, guess what? Thank God it's not $500. I want y'all to write this down. Put this in the comments. 228. 228 one time. $119 per month. And you have a staff of experts helping you in all 4 areas of your finances. Your taxes, which are your largest expense, are coming down. You simply upload your W-4 or you upload your pay stub, and these enrolled agents from the IRS will help you adjust your W-4. On Credit Max, you simply download your 3 free reports, upload them back to Making Wealth Real Financial. You give us what's called LPOA, Limited Power of Attorney. Just let the experts fight on your behalf and get the negative derogs or late pays or slow pays or no pays removed from your credit. We're not relieving you of any debt that you had and saying you pay it. We're simply saying if it was put on your reports illegally, it has to come off. There are laws that protect you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So we want you guys to understand our debt elimination pillar is where you enter in your interest rates, your balances, right? Everything you have from car to student loan. And they'll give you, Making Wealth Real will give you a new freedom goal and a new millionaire goal. And they flip it around in your creditors and say, no, you thought they were going to be debt free in 70 years, but we're going to have them debt free in 11 years. You see?
All right, so that's that clip. I'm signing out, but you need your money shift back to you. People, I explained earlier in the video, you get 6.2% of your federal taxes taken out of your paycheck. right? You're getting 2.5% in inflation and prices increases. And you need to shift that money back to you, back into your household, because a lot of people have bad credit because they don't have cash flow. Cash flow is king, right? So I put the link to that YouTube video. If you want to watch more than that, go to the credit plug as well, right? Tune into him. He's keeping you on point of what credit unions to be a part of and why you need to be a part of them, right? You need credit unions going into these crises, just point blank. The banks are not your friend. They will cut off your credit cards. Bank of America, American Express, they will cut them off. And then they will pour, even balloon payments will be due. So even if they tell you you're in forbearance, it's going to be a time where you're going to have to pay all of that in a lump sum. 40 million Americans' credit scores will be affected negatively in July due to FICO 10. And that's why I plug into this company. I had someone to call me yesterday out of Georgia, and she asked me, do I outsource? And I said, I have too many customers of my own. I can't take on your customers. She wanted me to, how much would I charge her? Because she had a credit business and she wanted an outsourcing company or organization. And I had to inform her about maybe MWR, because that's where some of my clients who don't have very minimal credit issues, right? So maybe 2 collections, maybe 3 collections, right? I plug them into them. I say, hey, get on this $80 a month payment plan here. So if you know people with bad credit, or maybe you just have good credit, right? I have people that I have personally gotten their credit scores up to over 700 with my credit club, with my credit consultant. And then they came and said, hey, I want to do the business as well. So I said, okay, even though this company did not fix your credit, I did, but you're doing business with me. So leverage your credit score. Show people now that you have a 740 credit score, right? And when they see, and I have, a monthly payment plan with you that you can get very affordable, $80 a month, to help look at restoring some of things with your own, with your credit through MWR. Month to month, we'll give you month to month results, right? Meaning it'll be a little at a time, but it's more affordable. And we are entering recession where people need affordability, even though the process may be slower than dealing with me directly through my credit consultant. All right. And speaking of this, I have to mail these out. So for my clients. So let me get to the post office. I thoroughly enjoyed you all. I can't tell you when I'll be live again. I just want to take some time to go live because I haven't been live in some days. And because I've been getting my investment property ready and really signing up a lot of people in the home-based business, right? All right. You all have a great day. See you all whenever I see you. All right. You say you have a